really go for some coffee right now. Have I mentioned I love this time of year?
Yeah, only a few hundred times.
Oh, you're full of it.
You know, it's nice to see you in such a good mood. I mean, you're beautiful.
I know.
I mean it. I mean, you're absolutely stunning. You've told me that you like this time of year, but you haven't actually said why Christmas is your favorite holiday.
Haven't I?
No, don't think you have.
Well, something about this time of year, the generosity of strangers, it's always made me feel really...
Warm?
Yeah, kind of. I guess it just reminds me that no matter how bad things can get, there's always some hope that people will do the right thing, even if it is only once a year.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I guess I like this time of year because there's always someone that I care about, and it reminds me to spend some good time with them.
Yeah? Anyone special?
I think you know.
That reminds me. I have to pick up something for Holly before we head out.
Oh, sorry, I gotta take this. Bruce Wayne? Where? No, wait for me to get to the computer. Yeah, just around the corner.
It's work, isn't it?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I some investors thinking about pulling out, and I gotta go convince them otherwise.
You're always so busy. Where do you go all the time?
Right now, I'm going to the office, but believe me, no, I would much rather be with you.
Are you sure I couldn't convince you to stay?
Tempting. Tell you what, I'll take these. Mm-hmm. Come over tomorrow, help me wrap them. You got me all day tomorrow.
All night, too?
If you'd like.
You have yourself a deal, Mr. Wayne.
Do you need a ride home?
Oh, no, that's okay. I have to get some other stuff before I head out.
All right, well, have a good night, Slim.
Bye.
Trouble in paradise, sir?
Not exactly how I describe it. Is Barbara on her way?
She's already let herself in.
Typical. Alone on a Friday night. Again.
Excuse me.
What the hell?
There's a car around the block. Someone wants to talk to you.
You know, Harv, if you wanted to chat, you could have just called.
You think we'd forget? You still owe us a favor.
You're not still mad about the whole thing with...
We're not the type to hold a grudge. But that doesn't mean that we'd forget.
So, what do you want?
You heard on the news about that blackmailer, right? A kidnapping freak?
I don't have the luxury of time to watch TV.
Some of my guys dug through the files that are missing on the dockets. They have the file on Harvey Dent.
And why do you care? Most of the general public knows all about you.
Yes, but only the police know about his wife, Gilda. We need that file back to be destroyed.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but am I missing something? Why should I care? As far as I'm concerned, we are perfectly square.
Whoa! You still owe us a favor. And if you don't follow through, we'll kill you.
I don't respond well to threats.
Do what we ask, and we won't have a problem.
And how am I supposed to find him?
I'm sure you'll figure it out. Now get out.
Good evening, Gotham. This is Vicky Vale for Gotham Tonight, standing here live for a press conference of Mayor Hill regarding the tragic kidnapping case of his young daughter, Catherine Hill. This would be the first public statement since the incident this morning. There he is.
Mayor Hill. Mayor Hill.
Mayor Hill.
Firstly, thank you all for coming. The past 12 hours have been particularly straining on my family, but I'm assured that the fine men and women of the Gotham City Police Department are doing everything in their power to bring my daughter home.
Mr. Hill.
Mayor Hill, question please.
Mayor Hill, have there been any demands sent to your office?
No, at the moment, there have been no demands. Our best guess is that they mean to extort our family for money.
Mayor Hill, Mayor Hill,
Mr. Hill.
are you working in conjunction with the Batman vigilante?
The city of Gotham doesn't recognize any affiliation with vigilantes. I trust the GCPD is doing everything they can to get my daughter back.
Mayor Hill, no,
Is there anything you'd like to say to the kidnappers?
If you're listening, and I know you are, please, return our daughter to us. We just want her home for Christmas. No more questions.
Mayor Hill, one more question, please. One more question, Mayor Hill.
I assume Mayor Hill is being his honest self once again in the public eye.
The kidnappers want the physical files of the properties within Robinson Park. Most of the GCPD knows that politicians, such as Mayor Hill, have been accepting bribes to keep Robinson Park off the books. This allows members of the Maronis to conduct their business off the radar.
I've heard stories about Robinson Park. Some students from GCU have been missing from that area. Do you have any idea what the files say?
Well, generally invoices, audits, affidavits, all pertaining to properties within the district.
I'm not sure I understand the significance, sir.
Well, anyone with general knowledge on accounting could open up these documents, look at it, and see the discrepancies. It would be pretty easy to prove that bribes were being taken. Having these documents out could put the corruption out into the spotlight.
Wait, hold on. If there's corruption in the mayor's office, why aren't we doing anything about it?
Well, that would require help from the GCPD. And outside from your father, that's not going to happen. Trying to access their database from here would be risky. Any hack could potentially be backtraced here. The safest and cleanest option would be to either get our hands physically on the copies of the files or access the police network internally.
What about my dad? He would have that internal access.
Gordon's been trying to access those files for quite some time now, but hasn't seemed to be making much progress. And he's been resistant to giving me unrestricted access to the GCPD network.
If the files are kept under such confidential restrictions, the very fact the kidnapper knows they exist must mean the goal is to put pressure on Mayor Hill, I presume.
Exactly. Have you been able to detect anyone else trying to hack into the GCPD systems?
Only small traces. I haven't been able to pinpoint an actual address yet.
May I?
Be my guess.
Interesting.
Did you happen to find an originating address?
Not quite, but the source is coming from Robinson Park. I recast Wayne satellites to the region, but I can't seem to triangulate an address.
Perhaps an in-person investigation might be best. Let's see what I can find out. The kidnappers are in the area. Someone should know something.
Well, that might narrow it down, but not give a definitive address. First, a bunch of college students go missing. Then a little girl, all correlated with Robinson Park. That can't be just a coincidence, right? After all, kidnapping a high-profile target would need an experienced crew to do it. Let me do some legwork and I'll see what I can find out.
I'll do the same.
Should I prepare your evening attire, sir?
No. I think I'm going to do a different tactic tonight.
And for your evening attire, Ms. Gordon?
I think I'll try something more subtle.
Babs, it's great to see you. I didn't expect you to come out tonight. Oh my goodness. Yeah, usually blow us off. I'm really sorry. Oh, GCU keeps me pretty busy. I'm so sorry. Hey, can I get my friend a drink? I don't understand how a librarian can have such late hours.
Speak for yourself. You barely come out either.
Okay, you're lucky I came out. Haven't you heard about all those people just like disappearing?
I heard about that on the Jack Ryder show. It's like nobody's talking about it.
Well, I would have thought your work would be talking about it more. I mean, Jezebel and I heard from some friends at GCU that students literally just, like, drop off the face of the earth. I mean, it makes me kind of worry about Charlie. Charlie? Are you seeing someone, Chels?
Charlie Bigelow.
Okay, please don't start.
Oh, don't be ashamed. I'm sure he's a really nice guy.
You mean Big Shot Bigelow? How did that happen? Okay, he's really grown out of all that. He's doing really good, actually.
And what does he do again?
Like odd jobs here and there. I mean, he's struggled finding study work, especially since he started taking classes at GCU. He goes to the university?
Yeah, I mean, even I've seen him a couple times on campus.
Yeah, I mean, he started taking classes and he's working nights. He always works late and he never wants to talk about it, but I just think he's exhausted. At least he's over all the big shot stuff.
Well, that's good to hear at least. Where does he work now?
The Stack Club or something like that. It's in Robinson Park.
You mean the stacked deck?
Yeah, that's right.
Ew. In the ghetto?
Okay, you know what? Work nowadays is really hard to find. You would understand that if you had ever had to work a single day in your life.
Okay, she's right though.
Oh.
They always come back.
You know what? And so do you.
Looks like work is calling me.
I
work.
really got
serious?
You did this to a hot time.
I know.
Just got here. So sorry. Work.
Work related.
Go answer that booty call.
But she wanted to
Shut up. Cheers.
Hey, are you able to chat?
For a moment.
I'll be brief. I think the kidnapper is hiring low-income college students as muscle, particularly ones with a history of trouble.
Did you find anything else out?
Well, I have a possible lead, Charlie Bigelow. Fits the ideal candidate for hire. I'll send you his ID info in just a second. He was last seen over at the stack deck. I can swing over there and take a look if you want.
No need.
You're already there, aren't you?
You might need to pay your father a visit. The only person who might know about those files would have had some prior relationship with the GCPD.
But I thought you said my dad wouldn't have access to those files.
He would have access to a list of recently terminated and retired GCPD employees.
Are you asking me to hack into my dad's computer?
All I'm asking is that you plant the bug for Batcave computer access. We'll look for any files about recent termination or voided consulting contracts from the past 3 months. Nothing else.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, look what the devil coughed up. Thought you were dead, Matches.
Come on, who do you think I am?
Matches. It's been a while.
Ah, new shoes, huh? Looking good, looking good. Hey, who's Babyface? I haven't seen him around.
That guy right there is Ricky Bigelow's son.
Ricky Bigelow? Yeah, he did have a kid, didn't he? Charlie, right? Hey, you know underage drinking is a serious crime, right?
Oh,
I'm just kidding. Hey, Lenny, get us 2 for the table. So, we thought this guy was a goner.
Ah, yeah.
And then, eventually, he comes crawling up out of the water, covered in fish guts. Smells terrible for weeks.
Man.
And we ended up calling him Squid after that.
So did this squid guy ever wind up getting out the life?
Yeah, eventually. See, this life ain't for everyone, you know? It's easier to get out while you're still nobody.
So how long until you become a somebody?
I mean, most people stay nobodies forever. That is until they end up getting killed. Tell me something, Charlie. You ever think about getting out of all this?
Maybe. I'm in school right now trying to get an education like they say you should. But school costs money. Rent costs money. Life costs money.
Yeah, damn right it does. So you get your degree. What next?
I don't know. Something better. Whatever better is, you know? You know, it's funny because my dad never did any better. He was in this life for years and never got any better. Never treated anyone better. Now I want to be more than that. I want to be more than him. I want to be better than him. You know, I got this girl and she's amazing. I want to do right by her. I want to get out this life. She doesn't know anything about what we do. I want to take one last job, and with the money I want to get out.
It must be some big job, huh? If it's the last thing holding you back from getting out of all this?
Nah, it's nothing special like that. So I guard this old abandoned building on 16th and Dixon. Basically what I do is I stand around all day, maybe chase off a junkie or two, you know? It still confuses me as to why they hire so much muscle to guard an empty building, but hey, they don't pay me to stand around and ask questions.
All right, let's tell you what. It's a nice story. I'm gonna go take a leak. Don't drink out of my glass, all right?
You got it.
Where you going? Yeah, I'm just looking for the gem.
It's that way.
Crane.
Why are you here?
We're trying to lay low. You picked quite a hell of a place to get set up.
I like the quiet. Far more alluring than the screams of Arkham.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Why are you here, Selena?
I need the district attorney files.
Why would I know about that?
Before all of this, you were a psychiatric consultant for the DA's office. Where would someone get a hold of those files?
This is about the blackmail, isn't it?
Yes.
I sense an urgency in you. Why do you need them?
I'm helping a friend. If you don't know where they are...
No, it's much more than that, isn't it? You're afraid, aren't you?
You clearly don't know where they are, so...
Can I offer some professional advice? It doesn't take much to see your past is eroding the ground at your feet. What will you do once you lose everything?
You don't know a thing about me.
Don't I? You're nothing but a scared little girl, desperately trying to keep your head above water. What do you think those documents will do once you have them? You'll still be in debt. There is no escape from this life.
Goodbye, Crean.
There's more than one way to skin a cat, Miss Kyle. Stop looking at the symptoms and start looking for the source. You'll find what you're looking for with the district attorney's old friend in GCPD.
The whole time I'm looking for the guy. Can't find him.
Hey,
you know?
Charlie, get out of here. Go. Hey, lady. Exit this way.
Hands off.
Alfred, I have a lead on where Catherine Hill might be held. Do a scan on 16th and Dixon. See if you can get any heat signatures that shouldn't be there. I'm gonna need a change of suits.
Why don't you have access to this?
Barbara! I wasn't expecting you today. What are you doing?
Just checking my email. I saw how crazy the news is. I bet the mayor has the GCPD running wild looking for that kid.
You certainly lit a fire under our tails. I don't think I've been able to sit down for longer than a few minutes.
Yeah, I figured. I brought you something you should probably eat.
Oh, smells delicious. Wasn't interrupting anything important, was I?
No. I was just out with some friends.
You mean you bailed on your night out just to check on me? Barbara?
Dad, I know what you're gonna say, but you're just as important too. I barely see you as is.
Honey, I'm grateful you're checking on me, and I know it's busy, but such is life. You're a grown woman now with new responsibilities.
Well, I still worry about you.
Barbara, I love you, but you don't need to be worrying about your old man. You have your own life to live, and you should. Can you make plans to dig again?
No. No, he's just busy. But look, we don't have to do something big. We could just grab a bite to eat sometime.
It's been a while since we went to Polly's. All right, we can do something, honey. Promise me you won't blow off any friends from me again, right? There's better ways to spend your free time.
I promise.
This is Gordon.
You're kidding me. Well, who authorized the raid? No. Have Bullock keep the stack deck locked down till I get there. I'm sorry, Babs. I have to get going.
Hey, Dad? Please just be careful out there. I know you know what you're doing, but you're doing a lot. You're not Superman, you know.
Honey, I'll be all right. Take care of yourself. Let me know when you get home. I love you.
That's why you always gotta work with the Penguin. What the?
Bad little dog.
Didn't you ever hear about how curiosity killed the cat? Downs. Call in more men. We have a guest.
There should be an opening to your right. Not that it's my disposition to speak on such things, but how are you handling Miss Kyle?
What do you mean?
Regarding the revelation of her nighttime activities?
Not something worth talking about at the moment. How's the tracer doing?
Hey, lady. Exit this way.
Hands off, please.
No change, sir. If I may, perhaps you should talk to someone about this.
The distinctive line between Batman's activities and Bruce Wayne's life are becoming blurred, which could prove to be an issue.
One thing at a time, Alfred.
Do you plan to tell Miss Gordon?
When she needs to know. How many heat signatures did you say there were?
How odd.
What is it?
Well, evidently there were 12, now there's only 1.
How far?
Go forward 10 feet, then make a right, and there should be 15 feet ahead.
Through the door. Did you find them, sir?
It's Hill's daughter. Give me a second. Hi, Catherine. I'd like to come talk to you, if that's okay. I'm gonna step forward now, if that's all right with you. You know, you're so brave. You made it here, to where we could find you. That takes a lot of strength. Now I'm going to have to ask you some questions. It's really important to help us find the man that put you through this. Do you remember what he looked like? Do you remember where he took you from? Okay.
Feeling rather festive, are we?
Oh, well, yeah, anything to lighten the place up, right?
I do think it is an improvement, no matter how minor. Would you like some tea, Miss Gordon?
Thank you, Alfred.
Working late again, are we?
Yeah, I need these files to decrypt sooner.
Dare I ask where those files came from?
From my dad's office computer?
Oh dear. Master Bruce put you up to this again.
Unfortunately.
I know it's not something you're particularly proud of, but Master Bruce means well, and you are doing the right thing.
It doesn't feel like the right thing. I know this is the one lead that we have on this kidnapper, but I just hate lying to my dad.
You still haven't told your father how you spend your evenings?
No. If he really knew how I spent every night getting shot at and jumping from rooftops, I honestly think that he might disown me.
It's not really my place, but I truly feel if your father knew what you do, how you risk your life to save others, he would be very proud of you. As am I.
No. Clever enough to find you.
What the hell is this?
Better question. Speak my name and I vanish. What am I?
Silence?
If you'd be so kind.
Why didn't you just kill me?
Because, Miss Kyle, you are no use to me dead now, are you? Now, hush.
How do you know my name?
You really don't know how to keep quiet, do you?
How do you know my name?
Knowledge is power, Miss Kyle. Like Odin himself, who sacrificed so much in the pursuit of knowledge. I, too, give my life in the same pursuit.
Sounds a little egotistical, don't you think?
Oh, mock all you'd like. History knows too well that the victors were only claimed as such because they knew how the system worked and how to use their intelligence to their advantage.
Victors. What makes you so sure you'll win?
Because, Miss Kyle, for far too long has the corruption and poison of politicians spilled into the streets. I myself have been complacent in all of it, but I finally know what I can do to rid these streets of filth. You gotta get your hands dirty. And no good deed of some dark night is gonna make any sort of genuine difference.
That sounds like a personal vendetta.
No. There's another way to save this city. My friend told me that.
So why am I still here?
Because, Miss Kyle, you still have use for me.
You're gonna be all right now, sweetie. I'll get you home. You look like hell.
It's been a rough night.
This kidnapper's got to stretch that. Montoya's covering the stacked deck, but I can take point here, but we got the girl safely. She gets to go home, so that's got to count for something. Did you say anything?
Not much. Something about a garage leading me to believe that it's an automotive shop of some sort, but there's at least a dozen in the Narrows alone.
Well, that's a start. Any idea why you just let her go?
She said that he let him go because he doesn't need her anymore. I feel that it's something deeper than this.
How do you figure?
Well, kidnapping, the missing students hired for guns, the files. I'm led to believe that this is a political attack of some sort.
Look, I know you're much more the paranoid type, but this isn't like what happened with Dent.
I know that we could have done more then. I think we should do more now.
Dent was not your fault, and neither is this. Did the girl give anything else more to go off of? A name, a description, anything?
She said that he goes by the Riddler.
This town is damn theatrics. I could put out an APB, but I need a little something more to go off of.
We have a problem.
What is it?
I was able to decrypt the files, but as soon as I did, he hacked into our systems. He left a nasty Trojan horse in there. I think he was expecting us to find them.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine, but the computers are pretty much busted. The good news is before the system crashed, I was able to backtrace the source this time. A man named Edward Nigma. He worked for the GCPD as a financial consultant under the alias Edwin Nashton. But that's all I could find on their network.
Master Bruce, I tried to scour the files Miss Gordon decrypted, and I couldn't find anything under either of those names.
I put a tracer on someone. Can you cross-reference that location with any car shops, automotive shops in the Narrows?
One moment.
Do you have something?
Possibly.
I have one. 12 number 9.
I'll meet you there.
What is it?
I have a possible location of the Riddler.
Where? I can send a squadron with you.
No, don't. He has the files of the mayor's mob dealings in Robinson Park. Now that he has the files, that's why he let Hill's daughter go. If he knows that the police are coming, he might run.
How did he get the files? I've been trying for months to get clearance from the GCPD, but they've been blocking me at every turn.
He must have decrypted them.
Damn it. What are you suggesting we do?
Let me go in alone. Let me see if I can apprehend him quietly. After 10 minutes, send in a squadron.
I can do that, but you'll need backup.
I have backup.
A mass, really? Go check outside.
It's the bat!
I got this. Go.
What are you waiting for? Are you gonna get this thing off me or not?
It's a binary operating system. If one is tampered with, the other could go off.
Meaning?
If I cut it, it could blow.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. Wait, let me try something.
Well, you better do what you're gonna do, because this only has 3 minutes.
After all this time, seeing you in the flesh, I'm at a loss for words. I would say it's an honor, but we both know that's not the truth now, is it?
So you are the one behind the kidnapping, the blackmail, the hackings. Why?
You know, for the world's greatest detective, you really don't see past that pointy nose of yours, do you?
But why the girl?
It was a means to an end, Batman. Something it seems you forgot about a long time ago. Oh, you didn't see it, did you? Darkness is as clear as daylight to you, isn't it?
What do you mean by that?
Well, for too long, the corruption of politicians, you let it pass by. You knew the documents existed. You could have let the truth in the spotlight, but you didn't. See, my strength is up here. But you were the tool I needed to get the job done. The job you refused to do.
This town isn't going to be saved through wild theatrics. I know. I've tried. I knew about the corruption. But it needed the kind of attention that would be surgical and precise. Not this madness. This isn't going to bring about justice. Only chaos.
Then you're more of a fool than I took you for.
I never thought my life would be in the hands of Brat Girl.
It's not helping. What is this? I am 1 with 8 to spare, lest I lose my 1. What am I?
A cat?
Do you really think dressing up as a flying rodent will make any sort of difference? Beating the socially unequal? No, if you want to make real change, you can't take small actions. You have to walk up to the people in the streets and shake them from their very foundations, to wake them from this apathy. That is what my friend taught me.
Who?
I thought once that it'd be you at my side to help save this city. But whatever the original intentions of your crusade that you hold so dear, you failed. Me? I'm just the guy who gets the information. But my friend, well, he's the one who will bring about real change.
Enigma, who are you talking about?
Hush, Batman. You'll see him soon enough. But until then...
Enigma. Enigma, who? Who are you talking about? Enigma! Who? Enigma. Enigma, who? Who are you talking about? Enigma!
Exit's this way, come on. Riddler?
He got away.
What? How?
He planned all of this. He knew that a high-profile kidnapping would force our hand.
So he got exactly what he wanted. And what exactly were you doing here?
Hey, that blackmail that he pulled had some pretty deep roots. You can't blame a girl for trying to save her own skin.
I don't know how I could have expected any less of you.
Well, what can I say? Well, it's been a hell of a night. I have to get going.
Wait, you're not going anywhere. I still have questions.
If you're gonna arrest me, then just arrest me.
No. Let her go.
What?
There's not anything she can do for us. Not tonight.
Look, I know you've taken a really big hit, but don't let your personal feelings...
Drop it, Batgirl. Catwoman. Watch your back out there.
9 lives. Remember?
Are you kidding me? How could you let her just walk away?
The file she was looking for was about to be made public. It's already taken by the Riddler. The damage is already done.
Bruce, I know what she means to you, but we need to rally because
That's
otherwise...
not it.
Then what is it?
I thought we were doing some good, but maybe I let myself get distracted with Selena.
Look, I really do know what she means to you. And you actually did seem happy for once. And it's not that either of you are the issue. You both live 2 lives. And it's the blurring of those lives that's getting in the way of your relationship. If you see a future, I know you'll figure it out. World's greatest detective and all.
Maybe.
So what now?
Go home. Get some rest. I need a debrief with Gordon.
Well, I have this. This was the only thing I could find. It's late. Do you think he'll meet?
He'll meet me. We're just getting started.
Thanks for saving my girlfriend, Barbara. Oh, no problem. I'm happy to do it.
You boys been busy. Saw the news. You think he'll come tonight?
Miss our tradition? Doubtful. In fact, I think that's him now. You certainly left a mess for us to clean up.
The job's not finished. What can you tell me about Edwin Nashton?
Sounds familiar.
It was an alias used by a man named Edward Nygma, the Riddler.
He's the one that had Mayor Hill's daughter kidnapped.
He got away, unfortunately. He used to be an accountant for the GCPD, until eventually he worked at consulting for DA Dent's office. All personnel records on him have been swept. The only thing that he left behind was this file.
You realize what this is? This is how we finally get the teeth to root out all the bad eggs in City Hall.
Or shake the people down to the very foundation. We took responsibility into our hands.
You're not seeing the positive here. We know who this Riddler is now. We have the file in hand, and a little girl gets to return home to her family for Christmas. I'd call that a good day.
When Nygma releases these files out to the public, or to whoever he works for, all of the awful things will be out in the open. The awful things that we should have prevented. Nygma is going to make us look just as responsible as the mayor or the mob.
I know we've been playing it safe since then. But I think this is what's needed to get back into the fight. In fact, with the corruption of the city being brought into the light, now's the time to right our wrongs. That people will realize that knowledge is power, and they can take this information into their own hands and decide what future they want. That hope one day returns to the streets, and the people that love this city will reach out with both arms to help take it back. Things will only get worse before they get better. I'm glad to have you here to help face the storm ahead. Frankly, there's nobody I'd rather ring in the new year with.
The Riddler told me something, and he's right. We've been trying to treat the symptoms rather than focus on the core. There are still good people in this city, but they need hope that comes from the truth. We can do better. We will do better.
They're doing better. And with that, I'll take a cheesesteak to go and anything with my friend here. One of these years I will beat him to the check.